Welcome to Beyond Success, where we uncover the deep truths of becoming the greatest. I'm here with Brian. Brian, how are you?
What's good, everyone?
Brian, so first of all, who are you?
My name is Brian Savory, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I'm in the military, did 21 years, about to retire in a few, so I can't wait to that. So I retired, just all trading and playing poker because that's all I do anyway. Poker and trade. Married, got a daughter, and I got another daughter on the way. I got a bunch of brothers and sisters. Well, one sister, I got 6 brothers that actually introduced me into Forex, right? It's real, real, it was real interesting at first. So, but other than that, I'm here. My man Rafael got me on the line.
How long have you been training Forex?
So I only been training for a little bit over a year, right? I started off scalping. I was not very successful with that, right? Even though I learned from the Swag Academy, I learned how to scalp at first, and it was hit or miss when it came to scalping. And I didn't want to stay behind the charts that long. So I was like, I need something where I'm not behind the charts all day, every day, because I got a life. People who scout usually either in and out or they sitting behind the charts for a very long time waiting for a setup. So then I started looking at swing trading, and I was like, oh, swing traders has been hitting because that's what's been working for me. So ever since I did my demo for 2 months, and after that, I've been profitable ever since. But that's only because I decided to switch up my style and go with the swing trade route.
Damn, so like just after 2 months, you already like made some money. You already were profitable, right?
Yep. Just after 2 months, I have one funded account with FTMO, and I have a funded account with my Forex funds.
Damn. Like some people take like years to build that, and you just did it in 2 months, man. That's crazy.
Hey, too
That's
much.
for you.
Hey, it's a lot of back. Well, it was a long 2 months. Let's not say it was just 2 months of just trading. It was really probably like a week or maybe 2 weeks of trading on the demo. But the 2 months that I just spent on the demo, it was a lot of hours of back testing. I mean, like countless hours of back testing. And that's pretty much where you got to figure out how your strategy actually works or not. Because back testing is pretty much just using the charts, marking it up the same way as you would with live. And I just hit the play button, right? I hit the play button and see if it did everything that I needed to do. And I was like, okay, let me try this for months back. And I took one pair and I went back maybe like 2-3 years on one pair and just did the same strategy over and over and over. And it was very successful. My rate was very high on my win rate. So I was like, okay, this is it then. I'm just going to become a swing trader. And that's all.
Damn, so you like really invested in those 2 months, right? Like every day, all day.
Every day, all day. But I went hard in the paint for 2 months straight. And it paid off because those
It
two
paid off.
months, it was good because I mean it wasn't good for my family. Now they was kind of missing me because I would dedicate more time, but they knew it was for a good purpose. Because imagine if I was in college, you know what I'm saying? People spend 4 years in college nonstop work. I only did it for 2 months. You know what I'm saying? And I figured it out. But that's what's up.
Yeah, that's really crazy because some people like they take the 4 years in college, but they think that with trading you can do it overnight, like in one day. But yeah, those 2 months really good invested. Um, just to take you back to the beginning, you said you got into forex. Your brothers introduced you. Can you go a bit deeper into that?
Yeah. So my brother, my younger brother, right? He's with he was with IML Academy, right? He started with IML, but then he introduced me to Forex. But of course, I'm not dishing out money monthly because I have no idea what this IML thing was. So at that, I was like, hey man, send me some study guides, some materials, this. And he sent it to me, but it wasn't clicking. So then that's when I went on YouTube and I found Swag Academy. Luckily, I got in his academy when it was very, very low. This was back in, I say 2020, maybe 2020, maybe 2019-ish, when it was like just starting. It wasn't that many people. So he had a discount rate when I had got in. So, and ever since then, everyone I was in back in those days was grandfathered in for the rest of the course. So that was a good thing. But yeah, my brother started me out, and then I actually did my own research on YouTube and fell on Swag Academy, which is I'm very grateful that he did. I mean, he do what he do. It was just that it wasn't for me on the scalping side. I mean, I love the community. It's fun. We get to share ideas, but my focus was more on the swing trade side, which, I just did a little bit more research, went on YouTube, look at some other videos, and I was able to master, or not master, but get me to where I need to be profitable.
That's so. You got the swing trading strategy when you came over, or when you discovered the Swag Academy, right? So in those 2 months, or like not only in those 2 months, but also on your whole career in those all 2 years, what were your craziest stories or like biggest ups and downs, your lowest points in trading?
See, I don't mean to sound like I'm like the best trader, but ever since I became profitable, that was it. It was really nothing else, because I hit all my road bumps during those 2 months on the demo, right? And I highly suggest people do that. Like, take your big losses on a demo. You could do a chart trade. What I used to do is chart trade. So if you go to Trading View, there's if you go to Trading Panel, there's a software where you could trade demo on Trading View. So that's what I use the most, right? The key thing of trading is risk management, right? We'll talk. I don't know if you're gonna touch on that, but that's something that is not taught in the course a lot, or is not very highlighted. But that is by far the most important thing of all trading, is risk management.
Yeah, so risk management, you say, kept you from losing all of your money, right?
Yep. Yep.
How is your risk management? How do you pursue it? How do you calculate it? What do you do?
So first thing first, do not think that every pair is the same lot size, right? Every pair is not the same lot size. So I got a website called Cash. I'll tell you what it's called right now. It's called cashbackforex.com. If you go on cashbackforex.com, tools and pip calculator, always use the pip calculator when it comes to taking trades. I always use no more than 1%. Right. So on a $50,000 account I have with my Forex funds, each trade I'm only risk $500. Right? I'm only risking $500 to make $1,500 or better. Only risk 1%. So the smaller your account, you still got to only do 1%, because people will over leverage. And how do you know you over leverage? Is when price hits your stop loss and it's more than what you thought you was risking, right? So if you have $1,000, right, and you only risking what, $10 per trade, and just say you got in a trade like gold, right? Because people like to jump into indices like right away, and metals. So say you got into US 30 or you got into gold, right? And price hit your stop, the account, but when price hit your stop loss, it was negative $50, right? That means you over leverage because you only supposed to risk 10%. Well, I'm not gonna say you only supposed to risk, but proper risk management only use 1% of what you have in your capital per trade. And it's good if you have a system like I do 1 to 3, right? My minimum is always 1 to 3. My ratio. So you got 1 to 3 ratio, use 1%, right? You'll be good because it's gonna take you a lot of losses to blow that account if you only use a 1%. But every time you win, you get 3%. So for every 1%, you gain an extra, 2%, or for whatever. So if you win one, that means you could lose 3 in a row to break even, or vice versa. If you lose 3 in a row, all you need to do is win one to break even. So having a good risk to reward is also key, but that risk management is by far the most important thing because you don't want to blow your account.
Risk management is for real. Like I've just realized, not realized, but I've thought about it more deeply, and I always thought like risk management is very, very important. But risk management is the key to, like when people say trading or investing, but mainly trading, they say it's gambling. It's just throwing all your money in and seeing if price goes up or down, right? But risk management is the key to like not gamble in the market, right? So you can like calculate how much money you're going to make, how much you're going to lose, and just see if that fits with your strategy, with your win rate.
Yep.
So in those 2 months where you haven't been profitable or where you like traded on a demo account, was there even a short period of time, like even a week, where you thought like trading is not for me, like trading, nah, I'm gonna quit, where you were like on the verge of quitting trading?
When I was scalping, when I was scalping, I was like, bro, this shit is fake. Like, there's no way people make money doing this because I was up, I was down, or I was down more, and I was like, this is way too much time on the charts, right? And it's not very consistent. It's not the consistency that I thought it would be, right? And then at that time, I was like, then that's when I started doing more research and figure out there's different type of traders. You got the swing trader, or you got the intraday. They just hold it before the end of the market close and they just cash out. But me, I get in and I just let it ride and move. If my price move up enough, then of course I move my stop loss to break even, and I don't even worry about that trade anymore because it's a risk-free trade. If it come down and take me out break even, I get a little bit of pips here and there because I put it a little bit above my entry, and I do make a little bit off of it. But other than that, swing trade, the scalping is what put me on the edge to make me want to quit. And then, but I just kept on fighting. I was like, it got to be a better way. And to me, swing trading was my better way to make to be profitable.
So you make a living on trading right now?
Nope, I just used it for extra money.
For extra money. That's totally fine, right? So you don't have to make like millions of dollars, right? That's not how
I just used it for extra money because I'm in the military, so I get paid from the military. Until I retire.
Did you lose any like real money when you first started out, or was it like only demo money and then no?
Nope. That's why it it was hard. It's easy to jump into something I know, but if you don't want to lose money, you're just not gonna jump in. And that's why a lot of people say get on the demo for at least 3 to 4 months. But people are so impatient now these days. It's like, oh, I got it. I studied everything, I see his strategy work, so it's gonna work for me. It's not always the case. Like somebody else's strategy may not work for you, but you need to be on a demo until you figure out what strategy works for you. And then you be like, okay, I was on a demo for a month and a half, and I won, let's say 40% of my trades, which is good, right? I won 40% of my trades out of 1 to 3, over a month time frame. I gained, I'll say like 20% in a month or 10% a month. Something realistic. And then you just stick to it. And now you just go ahead and transfer that same strategy to your real account. But when someone does that and they start taking losses, they automatically think their strategy just stopped working. It's not that the strategy stopped working. It's either some things happen, either with the market, you just got in at the wrong time, or your risk management probably just started going out the window once you start using the live account. And that's usually the case, is like the risk management part, because you just so cocky that you did so good on your demo. You're like, all right, now I can risk a little bit more on my live account to make this money faster. But I highly recommend you do not do that. Whatever you did on your demo, just continue to do the same thing. If you want to make more money, you have to have a bigger capital. That's it. Don't try to go in there with $100 trying to make 1,000. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a while. You could do it, but with $100, that means you're only risking $1 per trade to make $3. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take a while for you to get to 1,000 if you have proper risk management, risking the $1 per trade. So I would say for more money, you need a bigger capital. Just still use the same 1%. Just have a bigger capital.
For sure, man. Um, when you when you first started to trade, was it your first attempt on making money online, or were you like doing other businesses, investing money, doing something online?
So I have never done anything like stocks. I haven't invested in those stocks. So anything investment wise, hold on. Damn, it took me out. Anything investment wise, then nah, I didn't get into at all. Like Forex is by far the first of me ever investing in anything. And that's why I took it so serious, because I didn't want to mess up, or I just didn't want to have a bad taste about Forex. Like it's been getting for those who, get in with MLMs, or marketing scams or schemes, or whatever the case may be. If you go that route, then it's very difficult for you to be like, oh yeah, I like to trade, because most of the people, it's just all about recruiting. Some people don't teach you how to trade. They just say, well, if you get this person to join and this person is paying $30 a month, then from that $30 a month, I'll get what, 10% of that $30 of this person's monthly transactions. So it all depends.
Yeah, like trading is also, or like Forex. Forex has this like weird side where like there are a lot of pyramid schemes, a lot of scammers, and that's why people always think bad about trading, because there's like this side of people that just want to take your money without giving anything back, right? But you never fell for it, right? That's crazy, man. Looking back, especially at those 2 months, would you change anything about your trading?
No, because everything's a process. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I wish I would have learned it quicker, But there is one thing I wish I would have known about Forex like years ago, right? I wish I would know about years ago, but everything happens for a reason, you know. And it's good that I did explore it at the time that my brother did, because if my brother didn't tell me about it, I would never went out and looked for some damn Forex. I'm like, I'm not messing with that thing, because all we was hearing at the time about Forex was just that's a scam. People take your money, and it's not trading. It's just fake money, which people was using demo accounts to like trying to lure people in and be like, hey, yeah, this is all the money I'm making, and they showing you a demo account, not even a real account. So
Were like when you first started out, were there like family or friends who told you you shouldn't do this, or who told you it was all a facade, a scheme, a scam?
oh nah, because they don't know nothing about it, so they couldn't tell me, because I think it was a lot easier for me only because I didn't have like real like a rough time with it in the beginning, right? Because automatically, boom, I started making money here. So of course they're not gonna assume that it's a scam, because if I'm giving them money, then obviously I'm getting it from somewhere, right? So, but I could see where if someone had a hard time, trying to convince their family, like, oh yeah, this is real, but you're losing all your money only because you haven't found yourself in how to trade yet. It's hard for someone to be like, man, I'm not giving you no more money for this course, this, not a third. And yes, I could see that. I could actually see that happening if, someone that's young um, goes out and just tries something new that their parents don't know about, because Forex has been around for years, but because if you don't know about it, then it's foreign to like your parents, and it's something new, and they think it's a scam because they just want you to save money or whatever the case, or get a proper job or go to school, finish college. That's what they try. Some people trying to push that, but there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with having protected parents, because sometimes they may know. I would say to get them involved or just to show them how things work. It's not always making money right away, because you got to think about this too. You have your money in the bank, you could make more money in Forex from one trade than what interest the bank will give you in like a whole entire year, right? And that's what I think people underestimate, or they are a little bit too anxious about just getting money, because you was not getting money like you could get from Forex that you could get from the bank. Right? 'Cause I think most of it's like 1% interest rate, APR in a year. You get 1% from the bank, depending on how long you leave your money. You could make 1% off of one trade, right? And be happy. But some people just have that greed factor where they're like, I want more, I want more, I always want to trade. I see them making all this money. I see them with the nice cars and houses or whatever. So I want that. But what they don't realize is that person did a lot to probably see where that person is now. Like you may see like Swaggy, right? Imagine if Swaggy was making videos when he was losing money back when he first started. People be like, "Oh yeah, this is not real," right? So the struggles, a lot of people don't see the struggles, but once people become successful, that's all they see. There's like, "Oh, I want that success. I want to skip the struggle part," which you can't unless you just dedicate yourself to doing something like very, very meticulously, where it's almost flawless, like a easy transaction from like not being a good trader or just being a student to actually learning how to trade. So I think I think people are a little bit, and people, I say they are impatient, right? FOMO is real, right? If they miss something, they want to jump in the trade, and it's one, you just don't jump in the trade. If it's going in the direction, you don't jump in a trade in the direction that is moving like right now. So if you see, so say if I'm looking at, because my big screen is over here. So I'm looking at gold, right? I see all red candles going down. I'm not just gonna go in for a sell, right? Because price might retrace like normal, because that's what price does. It retraces back to the last structure. And if you hit sell as a selling, and as soon as you hit sell, boom, it start retracing and take you out the trade, that's your fault because you didn't wait. You could have just waited for the retracement or just go to another pair, right? You don't have to stick to one pair. Some people be like, oh yeah, you just got to study one pair. To me, after doing all my research, price action is same price action for every pair, right? Some may move slow, some may move fast, but I'm not sticking to one pair. I'm not gonna stick to one pair because if there's no setup on that pair, I'm not trading it. It's easy. Like there's no setup on that. There's nothing on this pair right now. This thing is consolidating. I'm not forcing myself in a trade that's in the range, right? Just don't do it. It doesn't make any sense. You always want to find a pair that's in a trending market, either going up or going down. And then, okay, when it retraces, I'm going to get in and catch the continuation further down or catch the continuation going back up.
You talked about being impatient in the market a lot. Was that something you took from Forex and learned for your whole life, or were there other parts that you learned in trading and like that not changed your life, but that you like now you have a new perspective? That's things you've learned thanks to trading.
I would say you have to have some type of income prior to trading, right? Don't come in here and be like, oh, this is my only source of income, because it's going to force you to do things that you're not supposed to do. It force you to get in trades that you normally don't see, or you think you see as a setup, or it's a little bit off, and you be like, oh, okay, I think I see a setup here. Let me go ahead and just get in this trade. And it's not the case. So experiencing life and having some type of financial, I'm not gonna say like you don't have to be like filthy rich, right? But you have to have some type of income to where you can say, all right, can I afford to lose whatever I put in my trading account and be able to put it back without, sacrificing like a bill. So if you got car payments, you got rent or mortgage, stuff you got to pay for, and you have a little bit extra money, boom, yeah, just throw it in your trading account and don't trade until you get enough in there that you are waiting for. So, or you could just put in your savings account, or you could just put in, like I said, put in your trading account. So say you did $100 every month for the whole year, boom, you got $1,200 in your trading account, saved up for you to start trading while you was using the demo. You know what I'm saying? But I think that as long as you have some type of financial income, I think trading becomes a lot easier for you, right? And if someone may just come in here and be like, oh yeah, this is my only source of income, you might be in trouble unless you're already profitable prior to, cutting everything out and be like, oh yeah, this is my source of income.
So Brian, what are your plans for the future? Are you planning on doing something, or are you just gonna keep trading, keep on living?
My plans for the future is to continue to buy more property. I have two properties in Virginia, one here in Florida, and I like to buy more so I could put low income tenants in there. Those who can't really afford to, pay for rent, $2,000. I want to establish, maybe create a community, or just multiple houses where low income families will be able to have a nice place to live for the budget or the income that they are pretty much maintaining.
So you basically went from like those 2 months locked in trading, nothing but trading, right? Just backtesting to just making extra cash. make those 2 months like made your whole training career, like they set up your whole training career, made it easy for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have like some advice for some people who are listening right now?
Proper risk management, back testing. Make sure you do a 1 to 3. If scalping is not working for you, don't be afraid to try something different. And then when you do try something different, make sure that you know how to cancel out the things that didn't work for you, because that's what happens too. A lot of people be like, oh yeah, I'm a scalper, or they try to scalp and they go to swing trading. Scalping never worked for them. They started swing trading, and then what they try to do is they're trying to add some of that scalping stuff into the swing trading and mess up their whole system, right? If you find a system that works, I'm not gonna say just forget, drop dead everything, but make sure you separate your type of trading styles for whatever you trade. If you go to be a swing trader, just do it. Just be a swing trader. Look at the bigger time frames only. Don't drop down to the 5 or the 15 trying to get in the smaller areas. Just swing trade, right? When I swing trade, I look at the daily and I enter on a 4-hour. I look for structure on the daily and enter on the 4-hour.
Is there any way the viewers can find you, contact you? Do you have like an Insta or something?
Yeah, they could just hit me on the Swag Academy. I have IG and I have Facebook, but I really don't use it that much. But if they are in the Swag Academy, they could always hit me up.
All right. Thank you, Brian, for sharing your amazing and inspiring words. And
And
thank you all for
anytime.
listening. Thank you all for listening, tuning in to Beyond Success. Follow and subscribe. Thank you.